Eli Adams. Number 21, Anton Milnarich. Lastly, number 20, Nick O'Connell.
As the clouds dissipate and the sun comes out on a glorious afternoon here at Underwood Park, the Raw Youth will be wishing for a less gloomy result from the last time they faced Olympic FC. That's right, we're treated to a 2021 semi-final rematch, one where Dan Leck opened proceedings only 17 seconds into the game before Steve White and Azaka Cernak added insult to injury later on. An unfortunate end to the Raw Youth's greatest season in the competition, reaching the finals for the first time, finishing second with the best goal difference in the league. However, their start to the 2022 season has not been as rosy, sharing the points in their opening game of the campaign in a 2-2 draw with Logan Lightning last week, whilst Olympic were the only side from last year's top four to grab a win in the opening round, thanks to a 1-0 win over Brisbane City at Goodwin Park. A win that extended Olympic head coach Ben Cahn's perfect opening day record, winning every opener in his last 5 years. His 5 years at the club, every single campaign in the red and white at Goodwin Park. Well, today is their 18th meeting between the Raw and Olympic FC, and history favouring Olympics, 9 victories over the Raw. Chris Grossman's side, however, will get the opportunity, the chance to get revenge for last year's semi-final and set the record straight here in round 2 of the National Premier League's Queensland season as the Brisbane Raw Youth host Olympic FC here at Underwood Park. Finally, a home venue for the Brisbane Raw after their nomadic 2021 season. They can call Underwood Park home. A few changes for the young Raw following their draw with Logan last week. The man who put them in the lead in that game, Cyrus Demi, drops out after featuring last night as a 63rd minute substitute in the Raw's A-League meeting with Western United at Moreton Daily. Despite that, Eli Adams starts once again after returning from Germany, where he'd been trialling for Bundesliga battlers Greuther Fürth. Amongst others, Dom Horwood, James Murphy and Thomas Waddingham drop out of the matchday squad after the latter made his Raw Youth debut last week. Josh DeMarco and Nicholas O'Connell ride the pine, whilst Lachlan Johnson and Lachlan Duke take their place in the starting 11. Sydney FC loanee Anton Milnarich starts in defence, a player who, despite featuring regularly for the Raw's A-League squad, lines up today here in the NPL. A great player, and he'll be crucial for the Raw today if they want to get a result. And one man who will be bigger, perhaps, than all of them, Jez Lofthouse, makes his Raw Youth debut against his former club, the club where he well and truly established himself, etched his name into Queensland football folklore and wove his legacy into the tapestry of Olympics' recent success, aside making the finals in the last 4 years. Every season Ben Cahn's been at the club. Jez Lofthouse with 78 goal involvements in 114 appearances in the red and white, the club's third highest NPL Queensland scorer, and second highest Australia Cup scorer, lines up against his former side in what will make for what we can call an entertaining battle against his former side, one that I'm sure he won't take too much joy in. A side that, when he was with Olympic, had a lot of joy against the Brisbane Roar Youth, scoring some incredible goals. Anyone following the NPL over the last few years will know the damage he can do as the sides walk out. Dom Horwood captaining the Roar Youth, while Steve White, as always, leading out the boys. This time in navy and white. You see Jez Lofthouse wearing number 14, trailed by Eli Adams in 22. For Ben Khan, it's a case of if it ain't broke, don't fix it, as he names an unchanged 11 from the side that took on Brisbane City in the opening round, taking an opening day win, furthering Ben Khan's impressive record in the first games of the season. Despite colliding heads and clashing heads with Matt Smith last week, Zach Kierpal keeps his place in the starting lineup after making the move from Moreton Bay United to Goodwin Park this off-season, as 7 former Raw players start against their old side as they look for vengeance, while Steve White wears the armband as always. Keegan Jelicic starts as one of 4 players in the Olympic squad to represent the Raw at A-League level, whilst Dan Leck serves the final game of his suspension after being given a red card in the grand final on a dubious challenge late on. Last week's lone goal scorer, Takeru Okada, starts on the left, partnered by his Japanese compatriot, Taira Yoshimura, who starts on the left side of defence and impressed last week, the 2 new signings for Olympic. Takeru Okada opening things up in the first half, a result that Olympic were able to hold on to and show their defensive solidity. They had the best defensive record in the league last year, largely helped by Jack Glover and Zach Anderson, who both are no longer a part of the current plan. Jack Glover going down early in pre-season with an ACL injury. Looks to be a fairly long-term one, as you'd suspect. And Zach Anderson, a late withdrawal due to work commitments that he has going on. Quite the entrepreneur, Zach Anderson. Still hanging around the club, hanging around the players, putting his arm around the youngsters at the club. And there's one in Zach Kierpal and Jez Lofthouse in the background. I'm sure all fans of the NPL will be absolutely buzzing to see him back in the competition. Campbell Johnson here in commentary for today's game in what should be an absolute cracker as we are underway here in round 2 of the National Premier League's Queensland. Brilliant to have your company today on Football Queensland's Facebook and on FQTV, where you can watch all Football Queensland action live and free, as a handball called there in the final third, going the way of the Brisbane Roar. And what a game this would be. A Raw side that perhaps not given too much hope. They're at the start of a news cycle, as they so often are, as players graduate from their ranks. Keegan Jelicic, one from last season. A new batch comes in to lead the charge for the Roar in the NPL. Plenty of exciting young talents, not least of them Eli Adams, who takes the free kick. And a great save by Lockie Hunter, clawing it out of the top left corner. Have another look at that strike from Eli Adams. Stands over the top of it, Lockie Hunter. Adams had a, I believe, 4-man wall to beat. And Lockie Hunter does brilliantly there. And now a strike from range. Hunter hanging on against his former side. And already a better start to the game for the Raw Youth than the semi-final. And that one took everyone by surprise. Dan Leck within 17 seconds straight off the kickoff. able to open things up, open the scoring, and shocking the Royal Youth in their first ever finals appearance. Will they get the opportunity to do that again this year? A lovely one too between Okada and Jelicic. Kirpal rising. Okada once again. The opportunity for Sayers, blowing it over the bar on that occasion. Another one playing against a side he used to play for before heading to Brisbane City, and then Olympic now, and really establishing himself in this squad. The former Nudgee College man. Long ball now for the Raw. Johnston harrying Mundy. A player very experienced within the senior ranks at the Raw in his heyday. And the only remaining member of the 2013 Olympic side that won the NPL, the inaugural NPL Grand Final, and Olympics' only ever triumph in the big dance so far, despite appearing in so many. Cast your mind back to Palm Beach back in 2014. And obviously, the last 4 years, Ben Khan's been at the club every single season, getting into the grand final. But unfortunately, for Olympic fans and for Ben Khan, unable to be on the victorious side in those games. Mundy, mentioned before, one of the many players in this Olympic lineup to have represented the Raw at any level. Jelicic, one of them as well, along with Lockie Hunter, Shelford Dias, Shannon Brady, Danny Driver as well, as Lockie Sayers. 7 of the starting 11, with 4 representing the club at A-League level. Showing great recruitment by Ben Khan and his staff. Okada already lighting things up in this his second game for Olympic. Last week, able to open things up. Not the biggest crowd here at Underwood Park in the new clubhouse here at Rochdale, but Danny Driver set to take. Towards the back post, headed away. Now an opportunity. Steve White looking for help, putting it back into the box, all the way across. Driver will collect. Okada looking for his second goal. Handball shout and given against the young man in Diesel Harrington. We'll have another look back at it. He sees yellow, and it is a penalty going the way of Olympic. Made its way all the way to Danny Driver. Okada winding up straight into the arms of Diesel Harrington. And unfortunate in his second appearance for the Raw Youth to give away the penalty. And Keegan Jelicic in the 6th minute. Can he delve the dagger into the heart of his former side? Keeper goes the right way, but is unable to stop. Keegan Jelicic opening things up for Olympic, their second goal of the campaign. We'll have another look at it. Keegan Jelicic, a cool customer, just tucking it into the corner. Lachlan Duke did all he could, but in the end, not enough. And the boys from Goodwin Park with an early start here against the Royal Youth. And a horror start for Chris Grossman's side. A dream start for Ben Khan, however. Mundy under pressure. The Raw looking to pounce. Lofthouse against his former side. Ducking and weaving. Looking to cut it back. Deus able to get a touch, but Lofthouse getting the last. And asking how. Spoke to Jez earlier today and obviously reluctant to play against the side he's had so much joy at and has done so much for his career. But in the end, he's trying to impress Warren Moon. Diesel Harrington doing well to outmuscle Keegan Jelicic, but Diesel Harrington rebounding after giving away the penalty. And a big presence he is, and a great challenge from Mundy there. Lofthouse looking for assistance. Goes around his former skipper. Lofthouse striking, blocked well by the Olympic defence. And now they're on the other foot of what Jez Lofthouse can do. They know all too well what he's about. I'm sure there's plenty of camaraderie between them. McMorrow, really talented young player. In now, the strike saved. Moreland unable to beat Lockie Hunter at his near post. And another Raw player who had a breakout campaign, really. Josh Moreland. Keegan Jelicic as well with his first goal for the club. From the spot, Lofthouse. Moreland looking for help. Deus, physical as ever, and does well to win it once again and force a goal kick. Bit of a surprise to see Eli Adams back in the NPL. A player you thought was all but gone to Germany. Obviously was trialling there, but the assumption was made that he'd earned himself a contract. Not the case. Sayers dispossessed by Moreland. Lofthouse in behind here. The strikes, Hunter parrying it away. And Lachlan Johnston once again unable to beat the shot stopper. The former Mogul player. Driver with his signature long ball. Headed away this time. And a surprise inclusion for today, Anton Milnaric, starting in the heart of defence on the left-hand side. A physical centre-back pairing between himself and Diesel Harrington. Lovely switch there for Olympic. Shannon Brady. Deus back in. This is lovely from Olympic. Kierpal unable. Offside is the call on Shannon Brady. Have another look at it. It was a lovely bit of play here. Just drifting offside was Shannon Brady. And Olympic unable to make it 2-0 and unable to give Zach Kierpal his first goal for Olympic. Had a breakout campaign last year for Moreton Bay. Did Zach Kierpal. 16 goals in the NPL. Started like a house on fire for Royce Brownlee's side. But now, part of the plans, part of the framework at Goodwin Park. Lofthouse dropping deep. Does really well to evade Zach Kierpal there. What we've come so used to seeing from him as Kierpal wears one from point blank range. And if his head wasn't feeling sore already from last week's collision with Matt Smith, the veteran, well, it might be stinging a little bit more now. Jelicic winning it really well off Lofthouse. Harrington charging in. Kierpal using his physicality well, but McMorrow fouling. Have another look at it. Lofthouse dispossessed by Jelicic. Have a look. McMorrow just holding on there. As Olympic on the charge now. Jelicic. Ducking, weaving, striking, just dragging it wide of the target and unable to put it on frame. Great here from Okada to give Jelicic the chance. He gets away from Harrington, cutting it with his left just across the face. And they're unable to make it too, but Olympic dominant in these early stages. And a stray ball from the left-footed Anton Milnaric as he looked to switch the play. Olympic comfortable against a young Brisbane Roar side. 12 minutes gone. Okada. Okada keeping it in play, but dispossessed by Trent Millard. Okada does well just to shovel it back for Yoshimura. The clearance, in case of anywhere, will do. Adams driving forward, really shone alongside Keegan Jelicic last year in the NPL All-Stars game against the Brisbane Roar, as he scored against his club playing for the NPL All-Stars last year in a game that shocked many. But Eli Adams showing every bit of his quality in that game. Made his A-League debut last season against Sydney FC. And one that will certainly be pushing for another one. Another appearance. He's been part of the plans, part of matchday squads since. I was really impressed when getting on the park for the Roar senior side. And a prospect that Roar fans are really excited about, as is all Queensland fans, with Jez Lofthouse streaming forward now. Finding Adams, touch takes him a bit too far ahead, and Yoshimura able to deal with it. And Carter just playing it back for his compatriot. The former Terezo Azaka player came up through their youth system. There's a lovely ball from Jelicic for Brady. Delivering now for Kierpal. Okada striking. Doesn't get great contact with it, sending it into the turf. Well left by Kierpal for his left winger. And Olympic all over the Roar youth in these early stages. Under lights here at Underwood Park, home of Rochdale Rovers. Jelicic driving forward. Brady out wide. Marked well by Mills, who's come over from Melbourne City. Okada blocked well by Millard. And it will be a goal kick. Have another look at it. Shannon Brady does well to get around Mills. Okada not sure if that did come off Okada in the end. However, given the way of the Roar, confusingly, but they move on now. Unable to wrangle it in. in the attacking third was Lachlan Johnston. Brady. Deus making the underlap this time. Over the top for Brady. Delivering. Harrington able to get rid. Find a teammate in Alec Mills. As I mentioned before, moved to the Roar from Melbourne City. And a driving run here by McMorrow. Surely the next cab off the rank for the Roar senior side. Lofthouse. Lovely bit of play here, collected by Yoshimura. Here's Lofthouse, and there's no love lost. Those two not former teammates. With Yoshimura arriving at Goodwin Park this off-season, but still feeling in that one as Eli Adams may get a second opportunity to get on the score sheet, and this time perhaps to level things. A four-man wall. Okada, Sayers, Jelicic and Driver. Brady marking the wide man in Moreland. And a queue of orange shirts waiting to follow up as Eli Adams stands over it. Adams with the strike, beats the wall and just goes wide of the target. And it was saved in the end by Lachlan Hunter. We'll have another look here. Adams does well to get it up and down over the wall, just going wide, and took a touch from an Olympic player on its way through. Moreland to deliver the corner from the right-hand side. Towards the front post, headed away by Mundy. They'll get a chance to recycle. Moreland trying to beat Deus, who sticks a toe in. Lofthouse regathering for his side. Made his A-League debut against Adelaide United earlier this year. McMorrow. Adams. Won well by Driver, surging forward for Olympic. Brady has to chase it down in space, and Milnarich able to collect. Burrows made his Royal Youth debut last week alongside Diesel Harrington and Thomas Waddingham. Waddingham not in the side this week. McMorrow. Outside of the boot, it's a lovely ball for Lofthouse on the right now. Cuts inside. Finds Adams. Tries to play the 1-2, and Driver just shepherds the ball out of play despite attention from his former teammate. Hunter playing out. Campbell Johnson here in commentary. And what a pleasure it is on this Sunday afternoon as we go under lights here. Hunter doing well to scramble and keep it in play. Yoshimura does well to hook it around the oncoming traffic. Jelicic looking for the back heel, blocked well by Millard. Millard, the former Brisbane City player. Plenty of them amongst this Brisbane Roar side. Plenty of Brisbane City juniors. As Mundy was looking for Brady over the top, but won't stay in play. Milnarich. Harrington going long. White going in, and a big challenge there. White down after Johnston collected, and we'll have another look as he sees yellow for his efforts. The ball played long by Harrington. White just comes in to collect, and Johnston rash on the challenge. Steve White still down after Lachlan Johnston sees yellow. And the Olympic physio perhaps called on. Doesn't look to be the case as Olympics captain. Looks to soldier on. Lachlan Duke making his first start in goal for the Raw Youth. The question marks were certainly surrounding the goalkeeping position in the off-season for the Raw Youth. They had Jackson Riley and Nathan Foster last year. Those two going to Gold Coast United and Moreton Bay United, respectively. And in their place, Nicholas O'Connell and Lachlan Duke taking over the goalkeeping gloves for the Raw's youth side. So there were some question marks to see how the youngsters would step up. And so far, Lachlan Duke has stood up to the test. The spot kick beating him despite going the right way. Here's Millard. Harrington. Former BBC Brisbane Boys College player. Mills looking for assistance. Lofthouse retreats to help his side. And opts for the switch. Yoshimura rising. Adams collects. Moreland. Mundy coming across to block. And that's brilliant from Matt Mundy. Jez Lofthouse switched the ball well. Yoshimura won the header, but Adams bouncing on the loose ball to find his teammate in Moreland. Mundy does all too well. But it does result in a Brisbane Raw corner. Lofthouse providing the short option. He's given by Moreland. Those two linking up well early on. The ball in from Burrows. Can't find a teammate. As Hunter collects. Have another look at the ball in from Corbin Burrows. Just lofted in. But no, teammate able to get onto the end of it. Just a little bit too far ahead. And Eli Adams playing a crucial role in this game, as you'd suspect. And the Raw really taking it to Olympic numbers-wise, committing plenty forward. Johnston, Millard, Lofthouse, marked by Okada, looks to go around him. Jelicic will be able to step in and take it away. White, driving forward, trying to get past Moreland. Tries to switch the play, but cut out by Adams. Okada stepping in, intercepting, but giving it away. Burrows. Harrington, lovely ball out wide for Mills. McMorrow, the captain. Louis Zabala, obviously, captained the side last year. Harry Talbot was injured, of course. Lofthouse skipping around. Moreland lays it off. Lofthouse offside on that occasion. Have another look at it. Harrington has looked impressive despite giving away the penalty. That one just getting past Adams. And Lofthouse just drifting, coming from the offside position. And the attack comes to nothing. That's lovely from Shelford Deas. Had a great year last year in a more advanced position. Sayers looking to play it forward in his second year with Olympic after coming over from Brisbane City after they were relegated. to FQPL. Brisbane City, of course, back in the competition, back in the top flight. Kierpal unable to unlock the Raw defence and giving away the foul on Brandon McMorrow. A professional one, knew what he was doing here. Just ball got caught up in the feet, and Milnarich able to beat him, giving away the foul on Brandon McMorrow. And now the Raw move forward. Harrington. McMorrow. Adams does well. Touch takes him a bit too far, but they retain possession, the Raw. Moreland. Here's Mills. Lofthouse. Lovely inside for Burrows, laying it off. Adams now lets it run. Millard with the strike blocked. And Olympic can breathe a little easier. Yoshimura out of defence. It's good defending from Olympic. And a foul given against Eli Adams, just hanging on to his former teammate. So have another look at it. Olympic able to get out of defence. Keegan Jelicic holding things up. And then Eli Adams just hanging on to Olympic's new man. Confusion between Driver and Hunter as the Raw win it back, as do Olympic. White showing his class. Jelicic driving forward now. Kierpal ahead of him and fouled by Harrington, who is already on a yellow. He knew what he was doing there as well. Shelford Dias not happy with it, thinking as well he should see yellow. We'll have another look. The foul in a deadly position, however. And you wonder if any of the assistants will have anything to say about it. You wouldn't think so in these still relatively early into the game. 30 minutes gone. But a free kick in a great position. Steve White familiar with scoring free kicks here at Underwood Park. But this time it's Driver into the arms of Duke. Won't trouble him too much. Steve White scoring a free kick at Underwood Park in their 4-0 trouncing of Rochdale last time they played at this venue. An Australia Cup matchup. Olympic unable to make the national round last year, losing out to Peninsula Power in the deciding game. What a game it was. They'll look to go one step further this year. They've had good cup runs in the past. Think back to round of 16 against Adelaide United. I believe it was actually the quarter-final back in 2019. Can't fully remember. However, a foul on the near side. And a reminder that today's game is on FQTV as well as Football Queensland's Facebook. FQTV, the new home of Football Queensland games. You can watch all NPL action live and free. Great new platform. Adams going down in midfield. Contact from Steve White. As our referee pulling it up. Try and have another look at it. Adams winning the ball, driving through. Steve White taking him out, perhaps getting the ball. No foul called, however. Eli Adams back up on his feet. Will be a drop ball restart here in midfield. Jelicic getting us back underway. Driver switching the play out to Brady, who does well to get his first touch around Alec Mills, the former Melbourne City man. White trying to lift it over for Kierpal in the wide area. Trying to play the 1-2 with Brady. And Kierpal knocking it away. And into the stands here at Underwood Park. Was unable to get onto it before it went out of play. The right idea, however. A reminder that this Olympic side, who started so well, still without who many would call their key man, key danger man, in Dan Leck, their top scorer from last year, a big game player, a true star of the competition, former Raw man himself. He'll be back next week. And Lofthouse, that's brilliant, putting Jelicic down. His ankles still on the sideline as Adams driving through. Hunter able to collect, and Lofthouse putting on a clinic here at Underwood Park, as he has done in the NPL for so many years, despite his young age. Norwich winning that one, and Kierpal winning the foul in the end. Norwich giving it away for that collision. Jez Lofthouse, still 22 years of age. So many accolades for Olympic. So many records. Akata doing well to get around Millard. Akata just putting it wide off the left. He's looked really good in his first two games for Olympic. Takaru Akata was the difference last week. He's been putting the Raw under pressure here. Played in the Polish second division in the past as well as Wollongong Wolves and Heidelberg down south in their NPL competitions, New South Wales and Victoria respectively. Millard. Give the ball away, but run back really well there by Adams, who's working all day long, driving through, gets past Yoshimura, looking for the forward run, finds it in Lofthouse. Going around Deus, but Deus does so well to get down, and he's been resolute in at right back today. Shelford Deus. And last year, played mainly as a leading man for Olympic, despite being a winger and a right back in the past. His hold-up play crucial to how Olympic wanted to operate, but now back in right back as Mundy hitting the ball away now. Goes a long way. Duke joining the progression is Harrington. Burrows. Yoshimura. Sayers, White. Be interesting to see what Olympic do. Obviously, did have two first choice centre backs. Obviously, Driver was always going to start in the heart of defence. I suspect he'd be partnered by Zach Anderson, who's not available anymore, retiring just prior to the season opener. Jack Glover injured as well. Interesting to see. Matt Mundy has been solid in their opening game and a half. Interesting to see if they try and pick up anyone once the window opens back. Okada now. Really well done there by Millard to win it back. Adams with the switch. Lofthouse in space. Could build a house out there with the amount of room he has. He doesn't need much. As the man from the sunny coast. And the Raw still alive here. Offside is the call. Good finish despite the offside call. Have another look how he drifted. Alec Mills on the far side there. No one keeping him on. He tried to get back, but the ball played too early. Despite that, a tidy little finish. Just over 5 minutes to play in this first half. What a start to the competition it's been over these past 2 weeks. Plenty of action, plenty of upsets. Lions FC winning last night in what wouldn't be called an upset, but a game for the ages for sure. Jelicic, strike blocked by Adams retreating. Gets around him and striking. That is brilliant from Keegan Jelicic for his second goal of the game and his second for Olympic. That is superb. Keegan Jelicic will have another look here. Opened it up and just painted the top corner with that strike. Sensational from Keegan Jelicic, the New Zealander. The former Lions player makes it 2-0. 2 goals against his former side. And what a start to life at Olympic for Keegan Jelicic. Does not get much better than that. Keegan Jelicic treating us here at Underwood Park. One of the all-time strikes. And one, I'm sure, for not only the highlight reels, but Olympic socials as well. The Raw looking to put up a fight. A 2-goal deficit now. They'll have to claw their way back into this one. They've got the talent to do so. Millard, Jelicic, able to win it back for Olympic. And they make it 2-0 right before half-time. White giving away possession after skipping around one well. And great play out of the back from Olympic. Trademark Ben Khan football. Mills to deliver. Deep there and over everyone, not finding a teammate. NPL unable to get on the end of that one. Milnaric. Adams, physical with Yoshimura. No foul called. Keeps driving forward, tries to get around him, goes down. And contact in the end, and a foul called. In a good area for delivery. Eli Adams winning that one off Yoshimura. Despite not getting the initial foul called. Two Keegan Jelicic goals separating the sides just before half-time. Can the Raw get one back here in Rochdale under lights now? A queue of Lions players, I should say Raw players, lining up. And Adams to deliver right before half-time. Cleared by Yoshimura. A strike now, bundling its way into the box, and Deus able to clear. After a scramble in the 18-yard box. Burrows. Milnaric. Delivery now. Adams at the back post, keeping it in play. Playing it back across and out for what will be a goal kick. Much to the cheer of the travelling Olympic supporters. The Toowoomba Grammar product unable to keep that one in play. The former Southwest Queensland Thunder playmaker. Hunter sending his side long as we edge into stoppage time here in the first half at Underwood Park. Hunter. Kierpel unable to beat Milnaric. A good challenge from Sayers. Burrows trying to get rid of it. Deus. Johnston physical on the fullback. Mills tripping over there. Brady unable to deliver to a teammate and blocked by Anton Milnaric, a current Raw player, going up against a former one in Shannon Brady. And you wouldn't think there'll be too much added on here. Not too many stoppages so far. Campbell Johnson here taking you through all the action. And we'll be back for the second half. But not before. White delivers. Driver heading it back. And that is half-time here at Underwood Park. Olympic FC heading into the break. 2 goals to the good thanks to Keegan Jelicic. Brace in the first half. One from the spot kick given away by Diesel Harrington. And the second, one of the goal of the season contenders already. Campbell Johnson here in commentary to be taking you through all of the second half's action in just a moment as Olympic FC head into the break. 2 goals to 0.
They say you can't choose your family, but You can choose your football family. A family has legends you look up to. And the up-and-comers. A family pitches in and works together as a team. We have the ones who keep us in check, and we motivate each other to be the best. Be the best! But it's my brothers and my sisters who always have my back. That's why even my real family love my football family. So what are you waiting for? Join our team. Come on!
Felton Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters or powder-coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
Vito Sports pride themselves on delivering top-quality FIFA regulation-compliant goals. Each goal is made from durable, high-density, thick aluminium and then finished in a white powder coat. To provide quick delivery, Vito Sports stock all goals in this range within their Brisbane distribution warehouse, allowing customers to quote, order and deliver in a matter of days. If you'd like to inquire about the Vito Sports goal range, email us at admin@vitosports.com. Well, welcome back to Underwood Park for the second stanza here between Brisbane Roar and Olympic FC. Olympic FC going into the break. 2 goals to the good. Thanks to Keegan Jelicic opening things up in under 10 minutes with a penalty given away by Diesel Harrington. Handball, did see yellow for it before absolutely painting the top corner later on in the half. Brilliant strike for his second goal for the club as he picks up a first half brace. Can he add to that and make it 3 for the game, 3 for the campaign, and 3 for Olympic in what would be a dream start to life in Olympic colours. Brisbane Roar, however, putting up a very good fight in this game. Jez Lofthouse up against his former side in today's game. Eli Adams running riot. Anton Milnaric steady at the back. And despite giving away the penalty, Diesel Harrington looking strong in defence. Brandon McMorrow promising in midfield. Not sure if there's been any changes as of yet, but we'll let you know as soon as we find out. As we gear up for the second half here at Underwood Park. Campbell Johnson here taking you through all of the action here in Rochedale as we are back underway. Olympic kicking us off in round 2 of the National Premier League's Queensland. Brisbane Roar hosting Olympic FC, a Brisbane Roar side that are no longer nomadic in nature as they were last year. Last year playing at the home ground of the side they were facing. Lofthouse trying to make his way through. Burrows in his second game. Adams out wide. Tries to go around Yoshimura. Does well. What a strike from Adams. Can it be followed up by Johnston putting it back in the mixer? Yoshimura clearing. Back inside for the Roar. And a foul given away there by Trent Millard. He won't be complaining too much there. After wrestling Okada, we have another look at it. Punch back in, and those two just having a bit of a tussle there on the far touchline. And Olympic back in the swing of things. And as things stand, a dream start for Ben Kahn in his 5th season at the helm at Goodwin Park. One of the best head coaches in the competition and one of the best young head coaches in the country. Has been up for A-League roles in the past and of late. Spent time with Central Coast Mariners as an assistant and in their academy coaching setup. Was one of the front runners prior to Nick Montgomery getting the head roll. And ball over the top. Okada. Brady taking it down. Touch lets him down in the end. And McMorrow still works at McDonald's. Brandon McMorrow. Such a talented young player. You're sure a professional contract's not far away for the youngster. I'm sure head coaching roles will pop up once again in the A-League for Ben Kahn, especially if he can err his side once again into the grand final in this his 5th campaign, as Harrington winding up, taking a touch on its way through and not troubling Lockie Hunter. But if Olympic can get over the hump and break the hoodoo, get into the grand final and win it this time, well, that'll do wonders for his prospects. Mills giving away the foul. And getting yellow for his efforts. We have another look at it. Driver switching play for Brady. And Bit of a headbutt and tug there from Alec Mills. As he sees yellow. In his second game for the Royal Youth. He's been on the bench for the senior side after coming over from Melbourne City. Played for Murray United prior to that. A side known for Archie Thompson spending a stint there as Kiapau driving forward. Holds things up for Olympic. Jelicic feeds it into Kiapau. Brady first time, blocked well. Kiapau looking for his first goal for Olympic. Strikes and across the face. Deadly signs from Olympic. He had another look at it. Kiapau got into a good position. Brady hit it well. And Kiapau worked his way back and couldn't force a save out of Lachlan Duke in the end. Lachlan Duke in his first start for the side. McMorrow under pressure. Olympic pressing well. Trying to win the ball back. High and in a good position. Jelicic. This an Olympic side. Still missing Dan Leck through suspension. And what a force they'll be with him in the side. Olympic obviously coming off the back of a 1-0 win over Brisbane City last week. Ben Khan's impressive opening day record is perfect in the first match of the season throughout his entire tenure at the club. And Olympic, the only top four side from last season to get a win on opening day. Trying to put daylight between themselves and the chasing pack tonight. Peninsula Power losing yesterday in what was an absolute thriller at Lions Stadium. Well won by Jez Lofthouse against his former teammate in Shelford Deas Burrows. Gold Coast Knights winning a thriller against Lions in the opening week. Scott McDonald era kicking off in good fashion, a win over Lions, but prior to that, in the Australia Cup, what was the FFA Cup this year, a great round of 32 appearance against Melbourne Victory, where they sent it to extra time. Unfortunately, couldn't get the best of them. Kiapau in pain after that one. Still limping off, and he's been in the wars in his opening two games as Burrow offside there. Kiapau collided with Matt Smith last week. Kiapau perhaps asking if it was studs on top. Always a fiery player, Zach Kiapau, but a good one nonetheless. Promising as well, still a teenager. Made the move over from Walter Park this off-season. Played at the Gap and Grange Thistle before that, before joining the Jets under-16s program. But now calls Goodwin Park home. Mills. Johnston back inside. McMorrow in a more reserved role with the captaincy as well. After Louis Zabala wore the armband last year. Lovely turn there from Jelicic, who's been outstanding tonight. Perhaps clipped by Millard on his way through. Still holds on and still drives forward. Does Keegan Jelicic, putting on an absolute show at Underwood Park. Brady to deliver. Rising is Kiapau and striking is Okada, taking a touch off a Raw player. And the ball perhaps going out of bounds. Not so, according to the officials. Moreland, Adams, just getting caught up on his heels. As Olympic exit well here. Okada. Jelicic running riot here in his start for Olympic. Second game for the club, 2 goals so far. Okada across the face, Brady sneaks its way in, and Shannon Brady makes it 3 for the visitors. Just as we come back from half-time. And that could be all she wrote. Okada with the ball back in, and Shannon Brady making it 3 for Olympic. And what a start to the second stanza for Ben Khan's men. Shannon Brady against his former side, getting his first goal of the campaign. And Olympic really trying to put their foot on the throat here as a substitution made. Zach Kierpal going off on the far side. That challenge just before, perhaps more sinister than first expected, as Kostasaros now coming on for Olympic. Over 100 appearances in red and white. He goes up front now for Ben Khan's side. Had a ground he's played up plenty of times as well. Spent some time with Rochdale before returning to Olympic. One of the top appearance makers for the club. Lofthouse amongst them as well. McMorrow, can he get one back for the home side? Lofthouse dispossessed, driving forward is Jelicic. Not much going ahead of him, has to wait for the cavalry to arrive. Tries to thread it through for Ricardo, but Duke able to collect. And that Shannon Brady goal, Olympics' 4th of the campaign, putting them in the driver's seat in these early stages for yet another top 4 finish. Another side that won on opening day after just missing out on finals. Sunshine Coast Wanderers got a big win over Peninsula Power. And the handball called there against Kostasaros, going down and on top of the ball as they're taught, but going against him on this occasion. Sunny Coast Wanderers currently leading Logan Lightning just before half-time by 2 goals. And Paul Arneson working absolute wonders up at Buderim. Amongst Ben Khan, one of the best coaches in the competition, arguably the best with what he's doing with that Sunshine Coast squad. A club not the biggest in stature, but punching above their weight. You have to look at the man in charge. Lofthouse still making his way through. Deus diving in there, winning the ball with the raw. Able to go again. Nice ball from Milnarich. Johnston cuts inside, marked well by Shelford Deus. Harrington. Here's Millard. Adams. Holds onto the ball well, gets around Yoshimura. Adams has had good control of that battle throughout the game. Lofthouse. Adams. The ball in now from Mills, blocked well by Sayers. But Mills once again looking to find a teammate. Johnston gets around the oncoming Keegan Jelicic. And Deus diving in well once again. He's had a sensational performance at right back, shutting down everything down that side, and that's a big task he's got ahead of him. Marking Jez Lofthouse, as well as Eli Adams switching sides, and a substitution here for the Brisbane Roar youth side. Anton Milnaric coming off. Was on the bench last night for the Brisbane Roar A-League side. Not being used. Lachlan Johnston also making away. End of their days. As Nathan Geyer comes on, as well as Josh DeMarco. Josh DeMarco started last week. Now he comes on in a forward role. As Nathan Geyer more slotting into the defence. So it seems. White playing a more reserved role this year after the departure of Jean-Philippe Lazem off to Surfers Paradise, where he played before, making his move to Goodwin Park. Lights out defensive midfielder. Missing. And Duke coming a long way from home, still with the ball, showing what he's about as a shot stopper. Shelford Deus shutting down Josh DeMarco. Geyer for the throw in with one of his first involvements of the game. Adams getting plenty of attention from Deus, and clean attention at that. No foul given. And a throw in one by Shelford Deus, former Brisbane Strikers player, former Central Coast Mariners Academy player as well. Millard. DeMarco delivers a lovely ball in, but it won't come to anything as the Roar are unable to head it on target. DeMarco once again does well to evade the pressure, but Deus able to move things forward through Keegan Jelicic. Akata with the switch. Geyer winning the header, but putting it into a difficult place for Alec Mills. They get away with it, however. A whole new left-hand side for the Roar. Geyer making the overlap. DeMarco opting for the option in the middle in Burrows, who just before was unable to steer it on target, and Olympic able to clear. McMorrow. Geyer. The player, Chris Grossman, very fond of. Holds in high regard. Promising young player. Adams. Lovely ball in for Lofthouse. Handball shout not given. Yoshimura just trying to get it out. Does well in the end to find Costa Saros. Harrington winning it back for the men in orange. Their senior side unable to get a result at home last night over Western United. One of the best sides in the competition. John Aloisi's side from Victoria. McMorrow. DeMarco. Back inside. Adams. Striking. Over the target there from Eli Adams. The former Southwest Queensland Thunderman. Unable to find the target. Olympic playing out of the back well here, despite the high press from the Raw. Get out of defence well. Is Brady onside? Duke coming off his line, able to clear a long way from home. That's lovely from Jelicic. Deus and him getting a little bit tangled up there, but Brady back in now. Looks to deliver across the face and almost turned back in by Millard. And a lovely bit of play. Jelicic and Deus just getting a little bit tangled. Deus playing a lovely ball in behind for Brady as we have a look here. Almost by Millard. He knew exactly what he was doing there. Steering it away from goal. As Steve White to take the corner. Olympic slowing things down, as you would with a 3-goal lead and a great travelling support here from Olympic. As they are away as well next weekend against Moreton Bay United. As they face Zach Kierpale's former side. The Raw as well have to travel to Max Haynesfield to take on a battling Capalaba Bulldogs side. Brady. Okada back inside. Duke to collect. Out of the hands. A lovely delivery for Lofthouse. Quick transition for the Raw. Lofthouse buying himself some time. Allowing the cavalry to arrive. McMorrow does well to evade the pressure. Lofthouse continuing his run, getting it back from Adams. Tackled well by Mundy, strong in the challenge. Olympic able to clear. Mills. Campbell Johnson here in commentary for this matchup. Olympic dominating despite the Raw putting up a resolute performance. Still having plenty of the ball. Chris Grossman's side in this semi-final rematch. Same scoreline at present to that game. That's a lovely ball in behind for Lofthouse. Marked by Mundy. Deus retreating. Lofthouse across the face. No one to meet it. And dragged wide by the Sunshine Coast winger. A man with over 100 appearances for Olympic is unable to contribute that time for the Raw Youth. White under pressure from Adams. Deus to go down the line. Takes a touch off DeMarco. Gaia just watching it out. And it will be Olympics throw-in after coming off. The substitute in Josh DeMarco. Lovely ball back across from Deus for Yoshimura. In his second appearance for the club. Okada gets the 1-2 from Jelicic, who's been outstanding today. Brady in behind. Can Jelicic make it? 3 goes around Duke, and he's offside in the end. Could have made it 3 for himself and 4 for the side. This is lovely interplay from Olympic, and what we've become accustomed to seeing. Just drifted offside, however. Time will tell if he'll get another opportunity. Keegan Jelicic. amongst others, has been pick of the bunch for Olympic in this game. 2 goals will also do that for you. One of them, not only a goal of the month contender, but perhaps a goal of the season. Beautiful strike from Louis, I should say, Keegan Jelicic. DeMarco. Overlap from Gaia. The new left-hand side combining well for the Raw Youth. Yet to produce a result, however. Yet to bear fruit. Burrows. Moreland. Millard. Mills. Out wide for Gaia. Here's Adams. He's been part of everything in this game for the Raw Youth, as he so often is. Mundy heading the ball over the top away. White, a real distributor from deep now, and the foul given away. We'll have a look here. Harrington trying to play the ball in behind for Adams. White under pressure, does well to get away from Lofthouse, but the foul given in the end as they go over the top now. Lovely touch there from Okada. Looking for options in the middle, cuts it back now. A strike from himself over the target. And that's brilliant from Takaru Okada. We'll have another look straight from the free kick. This touch is beautiful from Okada. Unable to get away from Millard, however. Perhaps should have found an option. Unable to do so and unable to hit the target. A double substitution once again for the Raw. Burrows making away in his second appearance for the Raw Youth. And Alec Mills also going off on the far side. 2 replacements made for the Raw. Okada. Lovely ball in behind for Brady if he stayed on side. Cuts it back for Jelicic. Hat-trick! And what a second game for your new club from Keegan Jelicic. Selfless play from Shannon Brady. Keegan Jelicic makes it 3 for himself, 3 for the club, and 4 in the game. Sensational from Keegan Jelicic. And that's brilliant from Olympic. They extend their lead here at Underwood Park. Jelicic with a brilliant hat-trick in his second ever game for the club, is Jaden D getting ready to come on the far side for Olympic by the looks of things. Takaru Okada perhaps making way. Costa Saros forced to the left, and Jaden D moving centrally. Jaden D, under 23s player for the side last year, 20 goals in the NPL under 23s. Came off the bench last week as well, getting more of a shot in the first team this year than he did last. Olympic now, D trying to chase it down, unable to do so, but it's good play from Olympic. Lofthouse in space. 73 minutes gone. Time to play. Still for the Raw to get back into it. It'll be a big task for them. They've not had too many super clear-cut chances in this one. Great early free kick, and now Jelicic in for Brady. Can he return the favour? Brady straight into Lachlan Duke. They look to move quickly, but we'll have another look back at it just for a moment. Olympic winning it back well. Jelicic driving forward, feeding it through. A lovely timed run from Brady, but unable to capitalise. Raw looking to go the other way, but unable to unlock the defence. Dias giving that one away. And Olympic would have had 5 in what's already been a dominant display for Ben Khan's men. Adams striking from range. Hunter hanging on. In his 3rd season now with Olympic. And a foul there by the substitute, Jakub Mudnic, who's come over from Kapalabar this offseason. We'll have another look back at it. Just coming in from behind, a bit rash there. White going down and winning the free kick. Rocky Hunter certainly boasted the best defensive record in the league last year. 19 goals conceded, the lowest in the division. Moreland holds things up well, waiting for assistance. Millard punching it through for McMorrow, trying to skip around Driver, who does want a goal kick, but it will be a corner. We'll have another look at it. Moreland holding things up well, the Roar in a rush. Lovely ball through for McMorrow, and comes off Driver last as they play it quickly here. Adams trying to create, goes the way of the Roar against, and the sense of urgency picking up here. They play it quickly. Adams delivering towards the back stick. Hunter gets a hand to it, parrying it away. Brady back in now. Saros. Loose ball from the experienced campaigner, Mudnic. Lofthouse, well won by Driver. Jelicic. Been a good battle between Lofthouse and Jelicic at points in this game. That's lovely from Driver, as always. D pulling it down well, going over the top of Harrington, who misjudged the ball. Brady on the far side now. D finding him, and Millard did well. McMorrow under pressure. Sayers trying to win it off Mudnic. Moved over from Kapalabar this off-season. Lovely turn there by Lofthouse. Yoshimura unable to keep out. Lofthouse, amazing run from the former Olympic player. Great save by Hunter at the near post, and frantic football from both sides here late on. Olympic perhaps just having to slow things down, play the game the way they want it, as they do now. Raw looking to hit them on the break. Driver for the ball over the top, the run not meeting it. And Duke able to restart play for the Raw youth. Mudnic scored a great goal in pre-season against Peninsula Power. Unable to find a teammate on that occasion. Hunter buying himself some time, picking it up eventually. White gets around DeMarco. White gets away from Moreland. Dias. Brady out wide. First time delivery. Gray able to deal with it. A substitute now on, a former Brisbane City player, a former teammate of Lockie Stayers. DeMarco streaming forward, and Shannon Brady. DeMarco. Mudnic. Adams. Driver cutting it out. Adams picking it back up. Moreland with the back heel. Adams offside in the end. So we have another look at it. Harrington. Adams did well here. Cut out well by Driver. And Moreland, a nice back heel, but Adams just drifting offside. There's a substitution to be made. This time for the visitors. Lockie Sayers and Shannon Brady coming off, while another experienced campaigner in James Cumineo and the youngster Priscilla Padial coming on in their place. A defensive substitution as Richie Greer gives the orders. The Olympic assistant, former Redlands United head coach. And a double substitution for Olympic with just over 10 minutes to play. Driver with a signature switch. Saros. Padial. Saros. Deus, lovely interplay. Padial, if he's still onside, cut out by Gaia. But still Olympic surge forward. White. Slowing things down for his side. Game management here from Olympic. Yoshimura. D. Cuts the ball across. Cleared by Millard, only for the moment. Padial unable to control the Nepalese midfielder. Featured largely on the bench last year for Olympic and looks to be the same role this year. Wins a free kick on that occasion, the former Ipswich Grammar player. He'll get 10 minutes to show what he's about in this game at Underwood Park. Yoshimura. Driver over the top. Padial looking to deliver, waiting for assistance. Cuts outside, striking now, scramble in the box. And Millard able to get away. Campbell Johnson here in commentary and Lachlan Duke down. Following that one, have another look at it. He gets back up on his feet. Priscilla Padial does really well here, and Olympic should be making it 5. Across to Saros and Jaden D in the box, but unable to get on the end. And Gaia getting us back underway. McMorrow, the captain, driving forward. Well, not an ideal start to the season for the Royal Youth. A draw last week to Logan Lightning, and this week a convincing loss to Olympic. Adams able to get a touch on it to send it forward. Yoshimura controlling it really well there. Adams perhaps wants a handball, not given, and Jelicic, who's been superb all day, got himself a hat-trick and looking to move things for Olympic. And if you're Olympic, you can not be any more happy with the way Keegan Jelicic has played, not only today but last week as well. A perfect start to life at Goodwin Park. White, lovely ball over the top, cut out well by Reece Gray, the former Brisbane City fullback. Himself and Lockie Sayers, true breakout players for Brisbane City in the season they were relegated. Lofthouse streaming forward now for the Raw. Yoshimura able to collect after Lofthouse sandwiched by 2 Olympic players. Tempo slowing down. at the will of Olympic. Jelicic, lovely ball through for Paddy Albert, comes of nothing. And the Raw look to respond, going the other way. DeMarco, marked by Cumineo. DeMarco putting on his dancing shoes and looking to deliver here, headed away by Mundy in defence. Mudnic on the edge of the box now. Deus does well. Mudnic still. Gets the 1-2 from Adams, and Mudnic met by Mundy. And corner given. Another look at it. Mudnic does well here. Plays it into Eli Adams. Gets the 1-2. Unable to force a shot. But they do get the corner from it. And delivered now. Front post, Sayers. I should say Hunter out to claim. With 5 minutes to play. Driver. Deus. Down the line for Saros. Met well by Millard, who skips around him once again. You'd think Lofthouse offside on that occasion, and is called. Too eager from the former Olympic man. The son of Andrew Lofthouse. Channel 9 news anchor here in Brisbane. And an icon of Queensland, I think it's fair to say. Deus down the line for Saros. Met once again by Millard. Put in a resolute performance for the men in orange tonight. But a night they'll want to forget nonetheless. White. Yoshimura. Jelicic out wide now. A classy player, proven today. Padyal now. Playing his role. Olympic, a well-drilled side. And they've proven it today. McMorrow. White gets a touch on it. Cumineo does well to find Saros. The long-time teammates. Mudnic. Harrington. In for Lofthouse, dropping to receive. Gaia driving out. DeMarco, met well by Deus. Cumineo trying to evade. Mundy driving out of defence. Cumineo once again. Mudnic goes down and gives away the foul. White plays early for Deus. Lovely ball through for D if he can knock it around Duke. Jaden D makes it 5 for Olympic. And all started from the free kick. And that, the nail in the coffin. If there wasn't already one, Jaden D didn't even have to touch it. Just misjudged by the young shot stopper in Lachlan Duke. And Jaden D, cool as ever, as Olympic trounce the Brisbane Roar Youth here at Underwood Park. And Jaden D, the substitute, gets on the score sheet. He joins the party late in Rochdale. Jaden D, he did get 20 goals for the under-23s last season. And he gets another one, or I should say, gets his first of the campaign for the senior side. Scored his first goal for the first team on his debut against Olympic, I should say against Strikers in 2019. And is on the score sheet once again. That his second goal. A long time between drinks for him. Hunter going long. McMorrow. As we tick into stoppage time. Here in Rochdale, Adams, can the Raw get a consolation? Cumineo wins it well. D, out wide for Saros. Back for Deus. Driving forward now. Deus with a lovely outside of the boot ball for Saros if he can track it down. Millard meets him to it and gets in front. Lovely turn by DeMarco. Feint through the legs, and White able to recover. And a dream start to the season for Olympic. 6 goals so far in 2 games. 0 conceded in the driver's seat, with Dan Leck still to come back from suspension, as that is full time here at Underwood Park. Olympic with a 5-goal demolition of the Brisbane Royal Youth, and a night to forget for the youngsters, as Olympic with a dominant performance, a dominant start to the season, their second win of the campaign. And what a way to start the season. Keegan Jelicic getting his first goal for the club, and he added 2 in this one, getting a hat-trick in the end of Shannon Brady, and Jaden D also added to the score sheet. They play Moreton Bay United next week, whilst Brisbane Raw take on Capalaba, both away trips. My name's been Campbell Johnson. Thanks for tuning in for today. Olympic FC take out the Brisbane Raw 5-0.